Hello, it's Kate McDowell from Align Natural Health, and I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about hormone imbalance and the medical route that we often take or is suggested to us if we're dealing with hormone problems. And this is prevalent for me right now just because I've seen it a lot with clients and family members of clients. And it's something that I experienced in the past too. So this is not at all to say that if this is an experience you've had, if it's something you've gone through with, there's nothing wrong. There's never a wrong choice. It's just having an understanding of how you can support your body moving forward can be helpful. And so, what I'm talking about here, I had really heavy periods for a good portion of my life. And I went to my doctor because it was ruining my life. It was hard to function multiple days out of the month. I know a lot of people that I work with have said, 1 to 2 days out of the month, they don't want to leave their house, or they're curled up in the fetal position, or their moods are so terrible that they can't be a good parent as much as they'd like to be. And for me, I had like half of the month pretty much. I was on my period. I was very sensitive, and if someone else at work would start their period, guess what? Kate was on her period too. And it was really frustrating because my energy was really low. My moods were not great some days. And it just makes it really hard to function. So when I went to my doctor and said, like, this is what's going on, can you help me? My doctor said, "Okay, let's put you on the birth control pill." And this is a common suggestion because oftentimes medicine is very valuable. And I'm not looking to diss or discredit the use and the value that Western medicine provides us in emergency situations. If you're dealing with something that needs treatment or needs support right now, medicine is amazing. And so they're very good at those things. But the problem is when you're dealing with something that's been chronic and you've had issues for a long time, or it's something that keeps coming back. This is where going the medical route, they're looking to suppress the symptoms. They're looking to make your life better right now, today. And if you've been hit by a car or you broke your arm or whatever's going on with you, that's what we want. We want to make things better right now. But when there's hormones related or something that keeps coming back, we need to figure out why, what's going on, what's not working properly in the body that's causing you to have these issues. So, back to when I was going through the really heavy periods and I went to my doctor said, "Let's put you on the birth control pill." And that's kind of a knee jerk, quick fix sort of way of looking at things. And from my doctor's perspective, it was like, let's see if the pill helps to regulate your hormones, helps to balance your hormones, helps to regulate your cycle. But that's not what the pill is designed to do. The pill changes your hormone structure. It changes the way your body produces hormones. It causes estrogen to go really low, which, okay, could decrease the flow of your period because you're not having a normal flow anymore, but it's not solving the problem. It's not figuring out what the body needs. And a lot of the times, the women who have been on birth control for a long period of their life, and I mean, kids are going on the pill younger and younger now. Kids are starting their periods younger and younger now. And this is a question we need to start digging into and asking why. Why are we having such a wild shift or a mad shift in our hormones that wasn't so much of a thing in the past? And a lot of this is environmental. A lot of this is from the xenoestrogens or synthetic estrogens that we come in contact with on a daily basis. A lot of our skincare is going to have xenoestrogens in them. And anything you put on your skin, it's going to absorb into your body. So if your skincare has things that are disrupting your hormones in them, that's going to be a problem. Makeup, shampoo, face wash, body wash, feminine care products. I've done a live about that before. Like the things you're putting on very sensitive areas of your body could be disrupting your hormones and causing you to have worse problems. So if you're someone who has really heavy periods and you went to your doctor and your doctor said, let's put you on the pill, a lot of the times as women, we don't know that there are other options. And when the doctor says to do something, that's what I was conditioned from a young age to just trust and go along and do that. And I had a really adverse reaction from the birth control pill, which a lot of women will. And the thing is, yes, you may get the package insert when you get the pill or you get any medication, but if you open it up, it's huge. And who reads those things? I never did. I just trusted and I took the stuff. And so when that's not working or that's not a solution for you or it's not something that you want to do, I went back to my doctor. I couldn't take the pill. I was not willing to take the pill because of the adverse reaction I'd had to it in the past. And my doctor said, "We can give you an IUD," which is also very painful for women who haven't had children, and it also causes problems with your hormones, which is something that's often not explained. And the third option was we could do a hysterectomy. And this is why I wanted to do this live talking about this today is because hysterectomies are something that I'm seeing from so many people recently. Women in perimenopause, you're at the point in your life where you don't necessarily want to have children anymore. So it's not really that far-fetched of a solution, especially if your periods have gotten really heavy. But ultimately, we need to figure out why. Why are your periods so heavy? Is your body trying to detox something? If we block off when you go to the doctor, not the doctor, I guess, when you go to the pharmacy and you get Imodium because you're dealing with diarrhea, that's holding toxins in your system. And when we suppress the body's ability to have a regular period, are we doing the same thing there? Right? That's a question we should pay a bit more attention to, in my opinion. And there's also what's causing the body to do this. Typically, if you have a really heavy period, your body is not metabolizing estrogen properly. And this could be because of years on the birth control pill. When the body is told organs and glands are turned off in their normal role, like typically your ovaries would produce the estrogen, your body would produce its own progesterone, and you go on the birth control pill, and suddenly you've got some synthetic thing coming in there and taking over that job. And ultimately, when you stop the pill, the body has to take over and start doing things again. And this is where we can have problems. So if you're a woman who's dealing with really heavy periods, this is where I can help you. This is where natural a solution, a natural approach is really beneficial because we're asking what is wrong? Why is the body not functioning properly? And helping it to start doing that again, to start doing what it's supposed to be doing again. Because often if there's a lot of heavy period blood bleeding going on, or you have a clotty period, there's excess estrogen in your system, but we need to figure out how the body's breaking that down. Because the body should be able to, make that water soluble, and you should poop it out ultimately each month, the excess that isn't needed in your system. But if you're not doing that, why? What's causing that? And what do we need to support the body to make that function properly again? There are some really easy natural things we can do to help the body to clear out the excess estrogen from our system. And one of which is eating lots of cruciferous vegetables. So your broccoli, your Brussels sprouts, your cauliflower, these vegetables, this family of vegetables contains indoles, which is a substance that helps to bind up the excess estrogen and move it out of your system. We can also eat raw organic carrots. That one's really helpful for the estrogen progesterone balance as well. So there's some simple things we can do naturally sorry, my dog just laid down under the desk and shook my phone. So there's some things we can do naturally from a food perspective to help the body function properly. But it's all of the excess estrogens and the xenoestrogens we're getting in our system from the environment and from our personal care products and from all of the things that we come in contact with on a daily basis that are causing the body to not function properly. So if you're someone who's struggling with heavy periods, if you're someone who's struggling with perimenopause symptoms, that could be worse PMS, that could be mood swings. I heard from a woman last week that she's like so much moodier now that she's heading into perimenopause, and she looks around her and everyone else is. And so it's like, oh, this must be normal. It's common, but just because it's common doesn't mean it's normal. And just because it's common doesn't mean there's not something that you can do to support your body to help make these problems less of an issue for you. And the longer we go on and ignore these things, the more they build up, the more of a problem they become. And if you're someone who's finding the early stages of perimenopause, even the late stages of perimenopause are a struggle, this is where I can help you. I can help you figure out what your body needs in terms of support, what's going on with your estrogens, what's going on with the breakdown of your hormones. It could be a liver issue. It may have nothing to do with your uterus. And so removing the uterus may not actually help. And this is where we need to figure out why. Why are you having the issues you're having? So, if this is something you've been struggling with, or if this is something you would like support with, I can help you. I'll drop the link in the comments on Facebook and LinkedIn so you can book a time to chat with me. Let's figure out what's going on with your body and what does it need to get back into balance. And from there, you won't live with these symptoms and you won't have to continue to struggle. Menopause will be easier. The transition from perimenopause to menopause will be easier if the body's given the support that it needs. So, hopefully, you got value from this. If you know anyone who's been struggling with really heavy periods, perimenopause symptoms, even, younger people have been struggling with heavier periods. I've been hearing a lot of that recently too, and this is also something I can help with. Your period doesn't have to suck, and it can, but it doesn't have to. We can help you fix that and figure out what your body needs to get back into balance. So, send me a message or click the link in the comments below. If you are looking for support with this, I'd be more than happy to help you. You don't have to deal with shitty periods, and I can help you. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your day. And it's Kate from Aligned Natural Health. Live well naturally.